I was like, that the lesson learned is just like, no matter how much of a dickhead you might think that you look like, it pays off to really stand up and like, just like actually just like look at humiliation in the face and be like, oh, well, this isn't going to kill me.
Welcome to the worst gig of my life. I'm Joe Lucas.
And I'm Isabella Tilley.
Together we chat with musicians, bands and comedians about the worst gigs they've ever played. This week we have Hugh F and his worst gigs involving fights, open mic nights, begging people to watch him play and playing while sick. This episode contains bad language and drug references. This show is unsuitable for people under the age of 18. Enjoy the show.
The worst gig of my life. Well, probably one of the worst, like, kind of humiliating experiences I had was kind of, I don't know, there's so many to think about, like, especially in high school. But like, it's kind of like you've got to iron out all of your humiliating experiences to actually like just be able to like feel okay about having just a shit gig all the time. But like one that I really remember is probably supporting Stonefield at the SSNA club like a few years ago. Because it's like, you know, like if you're like a support act in the music industry and you're like supporting some big dog, you kind of just like treated like a little, like, you know, just like whatever, just don't go anywhere near anything. Like you're just fodder for the big band to come on. But the thing that made it so bad was just there was like all these crazy aggro Aubrey folks. I mean, I love Aubrey, but they were all just like, I think they were like, just like, they probably took MDMA at a family RSL or something, you know, like
naturally.
Yeah. It's like it's what you do. And they're just picking fights with the bouncers, like, and you could see them fighting while we were playing. And the awkward thing was like, it was a really like family environment, but like that people weren't allowed. There was like a square surrounding the stage and people weren't allowed up to the stage with a drink, but there was just illogical because like they considered it like if someone spilt it, someone could slip over or something. Whereas like bouncers were getting beaten up over there. And then, yeah, so we were playing and then like people couldn't come into like up close and watch with their drink in hand. So like nobody was there. Just like everyone was like 20 meters away. And there was like, but my niece was like dancing and like going crazy. She was like a little toddler. So that was kind of fun. It's like, yes, Naraya. And then, yeah, so it was just a weird thing because an establishment should just have like, you know, and the funny thing was there's plastic pints. So like they weren't going to like break any glass or anything. So like, I don't know. Yeah. So do you want me to keep going? I've got another sort of.
I want you to tell as many as you can.
Well, I visited my cousins in Los Angeles once. And a friend of mine in Melbourne told me to go to this place on like the hippest place of LA called Highland Park. It's a really nice area of town, but they said, oh yeah, you should like go have like see if you can go to the open mic here, and so I was like, yeah, that'd be sick. I'll like see if I can get. I got a hold of like a family member's guitar and then like I went there and it was like an $80 Uber trip because I didn't realize how fucked the traffic is in LA. And then I got there and it was like all of these people trying to like, you know, just like LA's like a very weird culture where like everyone just wants to be famous. Like it's just like,
really?
Yeah, and people are just like, hey, how you going? But there's this undercurrent of like, I fucking hate you. But it was okay. And then you had to enter a draw to go in the open mic, just to perform to people in the bar. But there were so many people lined up and like it took like 2 hours and you just like waited there for like 2 hours to play like one song. So I was like, oh God. But it was cool because I got to meet like some kind of cool people, and I also met I'm kind of ruining your whole set because it was like kind of fun in the end because I got to meet
This doesn't sound bad.
if you're familiar with Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job.
Yeah.
Got a free house for you, Jim.
Yeah, there's the guy who's Punk Rock Joe, who does the pizza rolls, Tortino's pizza rolls.
Yeah.
He was there, and he signed up for the open mic, and he was like a musician. He was like a serious musician, and like he was playing, and I got to meet him. That was cool. And yeah, and then 2 hours after like getting like to play, it was like the night was kind of finishing up, and it was kind of like played a song. It was fun, and then it was like another like $80 Uber trip back to where my cousins live.
How did you play? Did you actually play well?
I think so. It was like everyone just tries to go into that like singer-songwriter stream of like I don't know, like I was talking about it the other day with someone, like just like that what's Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. It's kind of like that, like just the same thing. It's like it's good, but it's like I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit of a black sheep or something because I'm just like, yeah, like being like a sad emotional like wreck on stage or something.
That's good. That's what the people want.
Yeah,
they don't want mental stability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've failed so many times in the last few years, like being like I'm happy, yeah. But no, people just want you to be like depressed and like sing a song about how emotionally unstable.
What about, you mentioned earlier high school gigs? Is there?
Oh.
Have you ever
You're so
had?
good at them.
Have you ever had a particularly bad gig where you just actually played horribly?
This probably takes the cake. Was when all of my high school friends were playing in rock bands, and like my mum sort of handballed me off to sing classical music and like be like the showman, like vaudeville. Remember vaudeville? Anyway, I was like this guy, and I was like, it was such a formative experience. Is that the right word? Yeah, like because I was so uncomfortable. I hated every second of it, and I like didn't really do a good job. And I was like, this. If you ever go online, you look up vaudeville, and it's got this like really eccentric, like overly eccentric guy, and the teacher was like, "You've got to do this," and like I was just like, didn't practice. I was so unprepared for it, and I was just this like musical theater guy. And then I just like, it was such a shit time because like all of my friends were playing like just like indie rock music on stage, like of this same like vaudeville show for high school.
What year was this?
This was like 2011 or 10, I think. Yeah. But I was the Tin Man the year before that, and
How was that?
that was good. It was definitely kind of like crappy because I was not really doing what I really wanted to do, but I didn't have the guts to like just tell people like I don't want to do that. Fuck that.
Controlled.
Yeah, I was just like
beauty pageant.
Yeah, I was just so scared of like someone being disappointed in me if I was like gonna do something else. So it was like it's weird, really opening up here. But
This is good.
yeah, another pretty weird experience, or like just like another overall generally weird experience is just like going to like I've played at like a few weddings and like kind of raucous parties, and like I haven't been able to get like my band or anything together in time, and so you just kind of like play your original stuff and you're just completely drowned out by people just socializing and stuff, which is fine, but like it's kind of just like really disheartening. You gotta like stay strong for like your original stuff because people are just like, it's not even like they don't even give you the time of day to make up their mind of what they think of you. They just like don't even pay attention.
Been relegated to background music.
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
literally
bad for
just like a
people-
tree,
yeah.
like playing a guitar.
People playing at bars and like no one's
Yeah.
watching. I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah,
It's alright, it's a stepping stone. It's character building.
yeah, it is definitely. But like on top of all of those like terrible, like just mundane experiences where like, I've had to play these gigs. I've had so many like magical times where I have to force myself to like really get people involved in how to entertain people, like without just like standing and singing. And one really good instance of that, which could have turned out to be a terrible gig, was I got a gig in Chapel Street last year, and they wanted me to load in. They wanted my band. I was like, I can't do my band. Like everyone's off the radar. So I just said, I'll just do it solo. And then I kind of didn't really get around to promoting it at all. So I rocked up. It was Death. Have you been to Death or Glory in Chapel Street?
No.
It's just this underground dining area and a bar just filled with people at the time. And then upstairs was this kind of about this size room stage. And I got there and I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to, no one's going to come. No one's here to see me. So I just literally have to I literally just walked around to people's tables saying do you want to see some live music? And I was really, I'm kind of nervous approaching people like that because I'm just so unconfrontational person. But it was so surprising how many people were yeah, okay.
That's exactly what I want to do.
And I got 20 people up there dancing to Tribute by Tenacious D and
yes,
Fleetwood Mac Dreams. They love that one. It's a crowd pleaser.
It slaps.
Yeah, and I played a bunch of originals and all of these random people there was 70-year-old Indian guys just they'd come to have a beer at this random bar, and I just talked to them as they came up, and an American, all these backpackers and stuff, and just these random local punters. And it turned out to be a really good gig. I was so desperate that I kind of offered to pay some people to come up. Yeah, I'll give you the money it costs to come in. It's $5, and they're no, it's okay. But yeah, I actually made money. And the funny thing was the guy working the bar, he was so chill, really nice crew working at this establishment. And at the end of the night, he's dude, this is the most someone's ever gotten up here. Because they were pretty new, they weren't very established. And he was I was yeah, it's pretty good. I was that the lesson learned is just no matter how much of a dickhead you might think that you look like, it pays off to really stand up and actually just look at humiliation in the face and be oh, well, this isn't gonna kill me.
Yeah, no one's ever died from humiliation.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think we've got time for one more story.
One more story.
Hit us with something saucy.
Something saucy. I've got notes here. Hang on. I just got to remember. Shamelessly looking at these notes I wrote down.
You've played too many shows, Hugh.
Oh god. Is it updated? It's Google Drives.
Technology, hey?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this probably one of the most challenging experiences and just so bad. Was I went on a mini tour of Melbourne, Canberra, Sydney, and Wollongong last year with my good friend John Moen. And I took the train for the first time in my life from Albury to Sydney. And I got the flu on I came down with the flu from the train, and I was traveling around doing this, and I still played all of these shows, and I was literally I had to just die half an hour before the show and just lay there in a shivering sweat and then there's just completely no energy, and just muster up everything inside me to go and sing for half an hour, and then I just go back into that state. And I did that for 5 shows over the course of 7 days or something, and it was just so demanding. And I can just do anything now because I did that, but it was just terrible because I don't know, I was just felt bad because I wasn't really socializing much. But all the social interactions that I did have were really good because I was too exhausted and like too sick to like feel socially anxious. So I just did not give a shit. And I think it came across as like a good, like I had made a good impression of people watching me sing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
hell yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. But yeah, that's about like all that. And then like apart from all these like kind of rough experiences of like embarrassment and like putting yourself out there and just kind of like, yeah, just feeling like an absolute dickhead. Like I've gotten so many awesome opportunities in the past 6 months. I got to support Darren Hanlon, and then I was lucky enough to tour America in February supporting Chastity Belt. So
that's awesome.
And they took me under their wing, and that was so much fun. Like just going through Texas and appreciating the cowboy culture of Texas and stuff.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, Hugh, thanks for coming on the show. Really
Thank you so much for having me.
Now,
sorry if I talked your leg off.
No, we love it.
I liked it.
We love it. As a shot at redemption for all those horrible gigs, you're going to play a live set. What are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play a song called Junky of a Heart. I haven't recorded it yet, but it'll be released.
This is brand new.
Brand new, yeah, brand new song. I've played it like quite a bit live in the past 6 months, and it's about compromising, falling in love, and having to like settle down inside some things in order to like sort of just like calm down and like the world's not about you sort of thing. You gotta like compromise to like have a good relationship and work at like having good relationships with people, staying in touch with yourself sort of thing. It's a nice song. You know me, I know you. You pick your poison, I eat my fruit. You like it hard when you found something good. You ease me sweetly, just like spring air. When I was younger, without a care. Coming of age just does not compare. My junkie of a heart, or lest we fall apart. Good things that come inside, good things that come alive. You led me on like chasing smoke. I was convinced it was no joke. You fooled me sure, and you sent me back for more. Set in my ways, I was alone. Those sunny days just left me stoned. Until I found there are better games to play. My junkie of a heart, or lest we fall apart. I'm tying up my ends, I'm trying for a start. I have resigned, yes, this I know, because your love, it keeps me home, my love. Just when I thought there was no show, you spurred me on, you let me know that I am young, forever young. The lighter that I feel, the less this is surreal.
I'm trying for a start. I'm trying for a start. Thanks. How's that?
Matt, twist it.